All right. So like I said, the first step with this that we're going to do today is actually schedule out a post to go out on Memorial Day. So there's a couple of different ways to get to Facebook Meta. And I should probably start, I assume all of you guys have an actual page. That is what you will need in order to use Meta and not just a personal page. So here's what would be considered my personal one. I don't really have any options for scheduling or any of that type of stuff. You can't schedule out ahead on personal pages. You can't use Meta really at all for it. It's a business tool that they want business people to use. So you don't really have access to it unless you create a business page. And to do this, if you haven't, but again, I know actually all three of you guys for sure have, you would click the pages button, and then there's a create new page option. And then it's pretty easy to actually go through and create a new page. Here's a couple of the ones that I have. This one is actually not my page, and I need them to take me off of it. If you moderate somebody else's page, they will okay you to do it, and then they actually have to take you off of it. And if they aren't diligent about that, you just get stuck there. So I am on our Remax Professionals page. This is our business page, and with it, I see kind of all the options for it. So on the left-hand side, you should really have all this stuff: your events, podcasts, messenger tools, ad center, insights, et cetera, et cetera. And then I'm actually this as well. All right. And so to get to the Meta Business Suite, there's actually a couple different ways that you can do it. As you saw on the left-hand side right here, there's an option for it. And if I were to click it, then it expands and shows me some of those. I can also click this button and it will take me right to it. Or if I look down right over here, that's actually what this section is right here too. So if I were to click this Open Now button, it'll actually take me right to it. And this is the one that I usually like to use. These ones take you to specific areas of it, but if you just open this, it kind of just takes you to the generic scheduler. So this tends to be the one that I actually click the most often, because I can see right here, then it's got recent comments on all of my stuff. It shows recent posts that I have going on. It's got events and shows what's going on with them, as well as any of the recent stories that I've got too. And so Monica, yours might look a little bit different just because you don't have Instagram, but you should still have all these pretty much basic functions. The planner that you mentioned that you really enjoyed, and I agree, I love the planner. I love that I can sit here and I can actually look and see how many posts are going out for each day. So ones like the 26th, I can see that there's a lack of, and so I can try to find something to add to it. Or if it's a special day, then that might be worth something. And this needs to be updated because I actually have stuff. Oh no, I haven't scheduled Monday yet. So that's what we're going to be doing now.
It was pretty cool that it also told me, hey, you don't have anything scheduled. Here's a good time that people are watching.
Very good. Yeah, exactly. So
hey, Alex, I have a quick question. Can you give a 1-minute overview of what this is? I don't know what Facebook Meta is.
So the easiest way to explain it is Facebook and Instagram are one company, as we know. So Facebook actually changed their name as their greater company and are now called Meta. So the easy way to look at that would be Google actually has an over name of their company. I don't remember what it is. But so now Facebook and Instagram are actually their two, and WhatsApp. WhatsApp is actually also linked in with this. So those three are actually their products, and Meta is the company, is an easy way to look at it. So what the Meta Business Suite is, which is what we're looking at right now, is actually the control of all three of those products put together. So you're able to access your Instagram and everything that has to do with it. So I can actually look through here, and this is a post on Instagram, and this is one on Facebook. And it really just combines all of their products into one useful suite, so that instead of having to go to all three of them individually, you can then just go here and control all of them at the same time.
What's the third one?
That would be WhatsApp. We actually don't have our WhatsApp connected to this because Nate has his own that's on his phone, and we don't have a company WhatsApp since it has to be associated with a phone number. But Facebook and Instagram actually own WhatsApp. So the messaging services can all be linked in together. So you can use it to where if Nate assigns his WhatsApp to all of his accounts, then if somebody were to message him on Facebook or on Instagram, it would just all go to one, and it would just all go to his WhatsApp, and he would just have one inbox. So their idea with all of this type of stuff was that they had 3 major products that everybody was using and 3 different ways to get to all of them. So they consolidated all of it into the Meta Business Suite so that you can then just go to one-stop shop and get all of their products. And again, you don't have to have all of these. So I mentioned the 3 just because you guys might, but we don't have our WhatsApp connected to any of this. And Monica, like she said, is not on Instagram. It does not have her Instagram going. So you don't have to necessarily have all of it to utilize this. But this is a good thing to use either way. So Christy, I know that you do have a realtor page as well as your profile page. So
Right.
this is good on your realtor page because you can actually see all the real metrics behind everything. And to Monica's point, it gives you a lot of little really cool, helpful things. So you can do stuff like when I'm looking through here, there's the Business Suite on the Go app that you can kind of learn more about and this type of stuff. But if I were to like click this Create Post button, which actually we're going to do this, so let's go ahead and get right into this. Let's create my post for Memorial Day. So it's going to open up and it'll give me a preview of both of them so that I can see exactly what they're looking like. And then if I hit this drop down button, it actually has all the various pages that I'm able to post to. And I can hit schedule now or save as a draft or publish it right away. They also have templates that are available. There's all kinds of stuff that's got going. So as Monica said, she mentioned optimal times. So here, I'm going to actually add our photo real quick. So here's my Memorial Day graphic. It'll upload it. And it'll give me a preview for mobile and for desktop so I can see what they look like on both. Then I'm going to click Instagram as well because we're going to want it on there. And then I can change and I can see what it looks like on Instagram as well.
Did you have to link your Instagram or did it find it?
You do have to link it. Which to link it, so if your Instagram and your Facebook are set up with either the same name or the same phone number or the same email, it's pretty easy to link. And there actually should be buttons kind of all around for a link to Instagram button. And like I said, if you click this open now button and don't have an Instagram, it should actually give you various options to link it to it. So once we're in here, we've got the post going and started. Let's see, happy Memorial Day. Let's keep it short and simple. I am actually going to put a reminder that our offices are closed though. And if you spell anything incorrect, it will tell you, luckily. So there's a whole bunch of different options. I can see right here that I can boost it right away. I can do a bunch of different tests to it. I can link things to it. So if I had a link on it, if I put like a website link or anything like that, I can preview it and see what it looks like. Got hashtag options. I can put any type of smiley faces or anything. We are not going to put a smiley face for Memorial Day post. Come on, be real. But I can see right here. So this is what actually Monica was talking about. So if I look down right here, scheduling options. So it's going to tell us right now, it's saying that it can't do this because it's got to be between 20 minutes and 75 days of when you can create them. But this really helpful thing right here is what Monica mentioned, which is optimal times. So if I click that button, it's actually going to show me what it says are the best times that I should be posting. So it gives me the next 3 days worth of them. And they're just suggestions. You don't have to do it in any way. So I'm actually going to click on here and do my own. So May 25th, I'm going to put the 30th. And then it's going to be we're going to do 8 o'clock. I generally do these type of posts first thing in the morning. Nobody's usually on before 8. If you are, you should not be. You should get coffee first. All right, and I'm going to hit save, and I can see that it's got all my times set and everything. It's got the correct date. And then from there, I have to move on. Sorry, I have to move all my Zoom stuff out of the way. And then we hit schedule. So once you hit schedule, it'll send it all out. And again, when you're doing this, I can do things like I can hit this little button and I can look at each different type. So if you were scheduling it out to Facebook and to Instagram, but you wanted the Instagram to say something different. So for example, Instagram doesn't work with links that you can click or hyperlinks. So you wouldn't want to have one of those. But on Facebook, you could, because people would actually be able to click it and take them to it. So you could customize each of them to have just little differences about them if one of them has a different functionality than the other. There really is a lot of options for this. And then when you add a photo, if for any reason it's the incorrect type for Facebook, you're actually able to click this little edit button, and then it'll tell you the type that they need. So for example, Instagram does not allow photos that are too tall. It likes them square and diagonal or and horizontal. So we can actually go in here and do that. And it'll change the aspect ratio for you so that it works on its own. So you don't have to worry about correctly formatting it or anything like that, or you can even just do this and use the parts of it that you want. I'm going to hit cancel because I don't need to change that, but it is an option, just so you know. And I'm actually going to hit schedule. Then let's see, it should pop up right there. And it'll warn you, it'll say sometimes it takes a second for your posts to show up, especially when you schedule them ahead of time. But I can see it right there, Memorial Day, they're both scheduled. And I can see with the little link right here. So you can actually kind of see it shows right there. It says that that one is Instagram and then this one is Facebook. And then so as similarly to the asking about giving optimal times to post, it also does things like I can go through and right here, it's showing me that this is National Donut Day and World Bicycle Day. So it'll tell you all the holidays that are coming up, as well as kind of little ones that are like this that are kind of fun, that just give you something to post and some content. Because that's what a lot of social media stuff is just a constant string of content to get you at top of mind with people. And the Facebook and the Meta Business Suite is really good at giving you ideas and helping you with it. So I can see right here, I'm just kind of looking a little bit forward. Here's World Environment Day. So there's yet another one that you can do. And you can do these far out. I mean, you can do these up to several months out, a month or two out, all kinds. And we can look at everything. You can schedule out stories. You can schedule out ads. And again, I can choose where I'm actually doing this to. I can do it to pages. I can do it to groups, all that type of stuff. So it's really just a great one location to get lots of content posted onto your stuff ahead of time, as well as to see everything that you've got going right now. So I can look at all this stuff, and here I'll actually click on the left-hand side. I'm going to click this Insights button, just so that I can literally see how my posts are doing and all that type of stuff. So see, we've got a great Instagram reach going that's increased quite a bit. Our Facebook page is doing pretty good. It looks like it's growing on its own. And the goal is to do a lot of organic with this. So you can obviously go and like buy followers and all that kind of stuff. But your best bet is just going to be to create and boost ads and to try to make your page grow organically. People that buy followers and buy lots of people for their page, you don't actually genuinely get a lot out of that. It just makes your numbers look higher, but you have low engagement. You won't have people that are actually trying to contact you or do any of that stuff. So your best bet is generally to do it with things that are organic. And then again, this is all my insights showing just exactly how it's doing. I can look at my total number of followers for everything, as well as some good metrics for actually who is of each one. So interestingly, our Facebook is mostly women in their mid to early 40s, which I would have thought it was a little bit more 50-50 right there. I'm actually surprised by how many more women it is. And our Instagram is much more women.
I like the reach aspect, Alex, when in that last what you just showed, that most people like the beer comment versus everything else.
Yeah, yep. It's pretty funny that it shows. Well, and then so this actually goes to it. So this recent post was Nate up in Flagstaff just showing Dark Sky Brewing in Pizzicletta. It's like the best pizza in the city, but it's a. So this is when I talk about Monica, you've actually heard me say this quite a bit. You guys are your neighborhood specialist. So you guys not only know everything about the neighborhood and that you're trying to sell, but you also know everything about the culture and the actual businesses and everything within that neighborhood. And don't be afraid to show that. Christy is great at highlighting and showing local businesses that she does stuff with. Anytime she's got a sale, I know right away that she's going to be going and getting a box of crumble and suggesting her favorite restaurant to take them to and her favorite place to get margaritas. You guys
me laugh so hard.
Because you know I'm right.
You're right. You're right.
That's why it's funny, because you know I know. But that's perfect. You guys literally, you should be showing this stuff as the local experts. That means that you're the local experts in all things local, and that includes things that are would be considered. So the news calls those what are they called? Not puff pieces, personal pieces, basically, is what the news would refer them to. So it doesn't always have to be real estate, because you guys are humans. And not only are you humans, but you are actually specialists within your area. And that includes showing all of the knowledge that you have of great food in the area, hidden spots, and that type of stuff. And that tends to be the things that really gets your engagement highest and gets you new people. And then they stay around and see all the real estate stuff that you're also doing. So you get them in there and you kind of show them that how much of an expert you are with literally just that type of stuff. I'm actually a big fan of that. I'm very into hyper local food and all that type of thing. So I actually always highlight and show localized food and specialty stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely, keep doing it. And it shows right here that that is the best kind, and that is what people want to see. And then they stick around for the real estate stuff. I like it, James. Where is the best margarita? There's some Urban Margarita is pretty good down there. I think they should still be around. That's definitely where I like to go. Feel free, Monica and Christy, feel free to share where you guys like to get margaritas.
San Antonio.
Oh yeah, San Antonio, really?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Strongest best ever.
Yeah, you would, you Texas girl. So we can see through here. I can look at all of our other ones. It shows the average reach for everything. It shows reactions and that type of stuff, what they're actually clicking. And then this gives me also the ability to boost it. So how about, would you guys like to see me boost an ad real quick? Before I move on to boosting or creating an ad, do you guys kind of want to poke around on any of this stuff further? No? Okay, cool. That's fine. So on the left-hand side right here, some of this stuff, you can kind of probably make out what it's going to do. So like inbox and all that stuff. Again, everything, all the main stuff that you're going to be using is here on the left-hand side. So if I hover over this, I can see notifications. It's showing me just kind of everything that's been going on with it. I love it. And one of our newest ones is in fact Christy. And again, so I mentioned the inbox. If I click inbox, then I'm able to see everything on here. So this is all messages currently. Looks like Tanya tried to send one that wasn't supported. So no, that doesn't matter. I can look at her profile and where she sent it from. I can add labels to them. I can add notes down here if I wanted to, if they're customer interactions. So if I click Messenger, that'll actually show me only Facebook Messenger ones. If I click Instagram Direct, then that'll just show me those. And then there's also Facebook comments and Instagram comments. So it is, like I said, similar to posts. This is just a great place to have everything in one place. I could spam anything if I wanted to. I can delete it. I could follow stuff up. So anything that you can do directly in the app, you're also able to do on here. And actually, you can do more on here than just in the app. So I am going to show you how to boost a post. All right. I am still on Meta and everything. I just had to switch over to Nate's account. So I actually just recently boosted one post, and it looks like I did pretty good. I got a reach of 932 with 61 link clicks, and it cost me $24. So I'll actually show you how we do that. I'm currently just in the ad center right now. So I'll click Business Suite. Loading. And I am still here. And then just on the left-hand side, I just click ads. It's right above insights. And ta-da. So it gives me, and again, I mentioned that there are recommendations kind of throughout the pages. It's good to do those. So what those do are, it's similar to when you're setting your account up. It just gives you little pushes and little steps to finish flapping it all out. So go ahead and do those until you kind of get to this point, because what this means is that I've finished everything to the point where my ads in theory will get the best reach possible, and my account is set up to the best that I can set it up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is very helpful. That's, if anything, the kind of the best thing about this Meta Business Suite that they've done is not only consolidating all of it, but the little tips that they've put throughout it are really great to help people out, because this is a lot of stuff going on. As you guys know, I try not to go too terribly deep in some of these really tech heavy stuff, because you can just get bogged down with it. And even looking at this, there's a lot of numbers and there's a lot of stuff you can click on all these pages. So the fact that they've kind of put these little steps to really help you through it is really, really nice. And it does really help it. I mean, you can see our post engagements are up 100%. My link clicks are up 90%. And I've gone through and I've done all the recommended stuff. And then when it gives suggestions, I do try to do in like the various optimal times. The secret is the optimal times tend to be right when people are getting to work and right when people are getting home. Because the first thing that you do when you get to work is check all your emails and check all your social media stuff. And then the first thing you do when you get home is also the same thing. So the secret of the optimal times is that, but it still tells them. And actually it starts to choose those optimal time suggestions based on when your page is getting the most interaction. So all their kooky algorithms that they've got going on for everything, this is actually where they start to work together really well. So it'll start suggesting you when your page has the most interaction. It'll start giving you pointers and places to put your stuff that'll get the most of it. And similar to like I showed on the scheduler where it has the different holidays that are coming up. That's great. Just little stuff like that. I mean, we're busy running a business, so we can't always know. I know this is an important part of it, but let's be real. You're out working, right? So if you can go through and at the beginning of every month, if you can toss on some fun posts for these little days for National Donut Day, there you go. Then you're good. You don't have to worry, be like, oh, did I post anything for this today? And you can just worry about doing all your organic stuff throughout the month that you would usually do. Take a fun video when you go to the zoo, get a great dinner when you go out to a restaurant, put that stuff up, sell a house, and then put a thanks and congratulations and just sold photo. That type of stuff is all what wraps in and makes your page grow organically. So back to the ads right here. I can see all the ones that we've done. I will say that you guys might run into not an issue, but I guess maybe a speed bump is kind of an easy way to put it. As realtors, and if your page says real estate or Monica Cordova realtor, anything like that, whenever you go to create an ad, you might have to change stuff around several times because of the special ad category on Facebook and Instagram and everything like that. There is a certain category that it falls under if you're advertising housing or employment. And because you guys are realtors, stuff might get rejected literally just because it has something written in the description, or just because it literally, since your title says realtor, if it has certain things about the house on it, the algorithms will ding it and you'll get rejected. So that was actually happening. I can look through here. All I was trying to do was boost our President's Roundtable for the 2022 We Serve President's Roundtable Banquet Awards. Mouthful. So I was actually trying to just boost our video on that, and it got rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Several of the times was because of the verbiage in it, and then some of the times was just because I had to click the special ad category button. Part of it, and the final one that we really got, if I look at it, all I had to do was change the word President's Roundtable. Once I changed the words President's Roundtable to We Serve Roundtable and Sales Awards winners, I was able to get it through. It was dinging it because it was trying to say that I was putting up election stuff.
Did you have to figure that out yourself, or did it tell you why?
So sometimes when you get rejected, you get an email saying that it was rejected, or you get a notification. And it did, on one of them, it said, I believe it said something along the lines of elections information.
Wow.
So that was when I figured out, literally, it was dinging the word president, even though it was for the President's Roundtable Awards. It has nothing to do with the White House, literally no election, nothing. But because it's only looking for words and not even necessarily where the words are pointed, it can get rejected. This is where the robots don't know what they're doing.
But it's not putting you in a Facebook timeout because it never actually got posted, right?
Exactly. It didn't get posted. And even still, I'm not putting up like, I wasn't trying to boost like false election information or any of that type of stuff. It just had the word president in it and wasn't fitting the category of ad that I was trying to put it with and all that type of stuff. So they will give you, if you get rejected, they will tell you a reason why, but there's still a little bit of deciphering with that. So it might just say, did not fit special ad category. If that's the case, you just have to try to change the category. And if it gets rejected multiple times and you've kind of changed those parts of it, it's probably just the description. So again, once I was able to take that word president out, we were good. So here, I'll actually make an ad. And again, to start making them, I'm just going to hit this button right up here at the top. And then this will open this up. So automated ads are just going to be exactly what they sound like. You can set that up. It takes a bit of a process, but then what they do is they basically go and they'll advertise things that its algorithm picks, and it'll pull from your wallet and all that type of stuff. So what you can actually go through here, and you can put funding into just your Facebook, similar like you would. I guess a gift card is kind of an easy way to look at it. So you can put like $100 into your Facebook account, and then you can go through here, and then it can actually just pull from that account. So this is where we're just choosing our goal again for the ad: get more messages, get more leads. We can just boost an Instagram post or a normal post, or get more website visitors. That tends to be the one that I use most often because we're pointing it to somewhere. And a website can be anything with a link that it takes you to. So ads can actually be even probably more broad than what we're thinking of. So the last one that I did, let's see if I can look at this one. So we actually run ads for the Build Your Business groups that go out. So I can see where it was advertised to and what age group and all that type of stuff. I could see the actual metrics for it afterwards. I could put it if I was satisfied with it. looks like I spent 20 bucks out of 5 days, got 14 clinks. So again, the goal of this was to get more website visitors, and the website that I was actually sending them to was a Google Doc sign up that they were able to sign up for the Build Your Business webinar. So once they signed up for that Build Your Business, I would register them for it, and then they would get the email and all that. But this was us getting recruit leads. So we put this ad up, it runs, and then the button said learn more. And when you click that button, it took them to the Google Doc that I had created. And then they filled it out, and then they would get a registration link for the Build Your Business. So they were actually going to it, but we weren't necessarily sending them to like remax.com. We weren't sending them to our website even. We were sending them to a form for them to fill out. So even the terms with some of this stuff is kind of loose, and you can do with it really what you need to accomplish. So again, I'm going to go ahead and hit this create ad. I'm actually going to boost this video again right here that we got a pretty good reaction on, just because it was a very nice video. We spent some money on it, and we actually want to get some use out of it. So I'm going to keep doing it. And here's some more options. You can just promote, literally, if you just want to get some more followers, you can promote your page. You can promote your business, and then that'll actually put it up there. So if I wanted to do Remax Professionals, I could do that. We've boosted events before. So when we had that keynote speaker a couple years back that we did, we boosted that event so that we were able to push it out beyond just the brokerage. But I am going to just do a boost post. So actually, I can't, because that was my issue with it before. So when I was just trying to boost the post that existed, it would not allow me to. So instead, I'm going to click get more website visitors. So again, here's what it looks like right off the bat. First thing I'm going to change is what I want to put in it. And I have already uploaded it. So I'm actually just going to choose that. And it'll show me what all I'm putting. And I'll hit select. So here's the video. And then I'm going to actually steal the verbiage from the last one. So if you hit edit ad, you can go in here further. So I actually am just going to steal this because I know that it worked. Hit create ad, get more website visitors. And now I'm going to put my description that I just copied. And again, so when you're putting media in, if you're sending somebody to your website, you don't necessarily have to put an image up. So if I were to, Christy, if you were to take your website and then put the website link in here at the bottom, it would actually show up as the link preview. So instead of needing to put a photo up, it would actually have a picture of probably your header or your homepage on your website. And it would look pretty good. It should generally look clean. And then people are able to just click the photo and it would take them to your website. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and leave that. I'm going to select the media because again, I want to push this video out. And then from here, here's the options for what we want to do. I'm going to go ahead and hit learn more because again, this is, so my goal with this video is actually going to be, it's a recruitment kind of video. So obviously it's showing you guys, and it's really just celebrating all of you guys that won awards that were there. But it's a really nice quality, well-made video. And I'm boosting it to show our appreciation for our agents and our brokerage. So if I'm a prospective agent that is with a brokerage that I don't feel like cares about me at all, and then I might see this video floating around of us celebrating our agents, then I might be inclined to see what's going on with that brokerage. Just little stuff. Congratulations to our winners. Oh. I'm actually just going to put Congratulations. So you got 25 words for the headlines, or 25 letters. The website looks good. Again, you can put any website that you want to send them to. If you don't have the goal to be more website visitors, it's going to look a little bit different, and you won't have the option for what website to put and all that type of stuff. If you're just boosting a post, it'll just ask if you want to change anything, and if it looks good, then you'll just hit the boost button. I can go ahead and click this auto enhancements button, just because then some of that stuff, if it's for whatever reason not liking part of it, it'll just change maybe where the ad's being pushed to so that it'll get more engagement. Smart audience is good. I can actually, so that'll choose people from what you want from all of yours, that it'll use its algorithm to do it. You can create a whole bunch of audiences. So if I hit this button right here, it'll do the create audience button, which I'll do it just so you can see what it looks like. We want all, we can choose age range that we want. We want all for that again. This is kind of where it's important. So for most of our stuff, we wouldn't do Arizona plus 25 miles. We're not trying to get people that are 25 miles into New Mexico and Colorado and Nevada. We don't really need that, but we would do, so you can obviously drop a pin to do it, or you can just start typing and it'll pop up and it shows it, see? And that looks great. So now it's Phoenix, and then anybody within 25 miles of the dead center of Phoenix. And you can keep adding stuff to that. So we can do that. Let's do Avondale as well. And then it keeps going. So everybody that's within this bubble range is somebody that could possibly see our ad. And it's pretty easy to keep going. So, I mean, we've got a big bubble right there. That's pretty much the whole valley. I might just, if I wanted to, just in case, I might do Tempe. But we try not to usually go that far south. There we go. I mean, that's great. A little bit further north, I could do, Scottsdale would be good. There you go. So that covers the whole valley. You can put how far outside of that range you want. So instead of not necessarily doing one, you can just do one and then have it be a high target like that. It is good though to put these different locations then, because somebody's address might fall within one of these, or their IP might fall within one of these. But if they have like that they live in Tempe as well, then it's a double chance that it shows up for them. And this shows you how specific and broad your audience reach is going. It gives you an estimated size of how many people you could possibly get. So, I mean, it's telling me that there's a chance that for every ad that I do with this audience, I could reach between 3.4 and 4 million. That's obviously going to be with how much money and how long the ad runs. So if you put it for 2 or 3 days and only put $10 behind it, it's not going to reach 3.4 million people. The more money that you put behind it for the longer period of time, the more people it's going to reach. And there's other little things with ads and stuff that are like video reaches people better. Static images do okay, but ones with clear faces or clear graphics tend to be better. That type of stuff. There's just little things. So we can either use a smart audience where their algorithm will do it for this, or I can go through and I can look at all of our actual audiences that we've created. I like to use, this is one that I did, real estate agents in Phoenix Metro 2. So the age range is 21 to 65. You can do 18. So you don't have to start at 21. Legally, you can advertise to anybody that is an adult. That means 18-year-olds. So you can set it down to there. I tend not to, because most 18-year-olds aren't going to be who you are going to be wanting to advertise to. If you're advertising a house listing, I don't really know any 18-year-olds that are going to be jumping at the bit to probably go check out that house. If we're lucky, they might, but most likely not. So because of that, you can choose accordingly. But otherwise, I've got 25 miles within each of the major cities so that it encompasses all the valley. And then it also actually allowed me to ask to look for interests. So I put through anybody that has any of this stuff in their profile is more likely to see my ad. So if they put that they work at or have worked at or have any interest in real estate investing, realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, small business owners, real estate brokerages, any of it. So you just fill that out with as much as you can. Because again, the higher that you put for all this, the greater likelihood of you getting to that amount. And then I can see you can run it continuously. That's where you would put some money behind it, and then it would just keep going until you come in here and click stop. But I'm actually going to choose when I want it to end. I'm only going to do 5 days of it, and then I'm going to do a couple bucks a day. See, there we go. So I'm only going to do $2 because again, I already did this ad, and I don't need to yell at me for doing it again. I could see where it's going to be placed. So I'll click this, and I can choose to take it off Instagram and Messenger if I want to. I'm going to go ahead and leave them on there. A pixel. So I don't know if any of you guys have pixels set up. That's pretty deeper into all this stuff. A pixel shows conversions and shows website clicks and stuff like that. So you can create a Facebook pixel and then put that in your website, and it will show on Facebook your website traffic and all that type of stuff. Very deep. You probably do not need it. If you would like one at some point, I can help you with it, but just know you don't need one to do any of this type of stuff. So we do have one, so we're going to use it. The websites one is good. Don't need a domain, and we've got a credit card. So if this credit card is saved in here, if it wasn't saved, you would just be able to input it, or you could add funds from your Facebook wallet. That is another option. All this stuff actually looks pretty good. I am going to change the headline though.
Alex, are you for hire?
It depends on what you would like me to hire. I am not able to do like full-time social media stuff for you, but I could help you out and like get some of this stuff started and everything. But there are people out there that actually do kind of do this. So if you were to ever start growing a team or anything like that, or even just did find yourself doing a lot of social media marketing and everything like that, there are people that actually could help out with it. I am more than willing to help get you started with stuff, help out with any issues or anything like that. But this is a bit of a constant job. So it's not something that I can be hired out of necessarily for the brokerage, just because you could actually hire a marketing person for this. Danielle Martinez of DM Home Team, she has a marketing gal that does all of her email campaigns and all of her social media marketing and ads and everything like that. But Kimberly, I'm more than happy to help you out.
Yeah, we definitely need to set that up. So
okay. Yeah, I can help you guys get started. You can ask Christy and Monica. I'm more than happy to help out anybody that reaches out with anything. So this looks good. Did Banquet work? It did. Wow. Hey, that 25 characters can get you. It's tough to get a really like grabbing headline out of some of this stuff with 25 characters. So this looks good. I like it. I'm going to hit promote now. It'll take a second. Ta-da. So it will be in review because they do review everything until it gets the okay for it. And then once it's in review, so let's see, I'll refresh it so we can see that it says in review. And then after it's been reviewed by their robots, it will either cancel the ad and tell you that it was rejected and then it'll tell you the reasoning for it, or it will say in progress and you'll get an email that says your ad is running and you're just good to go. And you can go in here and I can look at it all while it's going. So once it's going every day, I can come in here and see what the reach has been. I can see how many people it's done, and I can see at what it's told me that it's spent out of the $2 per day. And then so for this, it spent $3.50 a day. So I'm spending this out of $2 a day. My total budget for this was $25. It spent $24.23. So that's it. You're only getting billed for the $24.23, not for a full 25. And there we go. So we created an ad, and we're going to watch it go. It should be good. It's the exact same ad as the one previously, so there should be no real reason for it to stop it. But if it's not, then I'll just go in here, and when it's rejected, your options are either change the ad or delete it, or you can contest its rejection. If you put that you contest its rejection, in theory, a real person then will look at the ad and say, oh, it's fine, or oh, this is still rejected. Every time I've contested it, it has not had any effect. So I don't know how helpful or how realistic that is. I have found that when they get rejected, your best bet is to just go through and change one or two things about it. Either change the title of it or just a couple of the words in the description. Sometimes even changing the structure of how the description is even works. Again, it's just robots trying to read. This is what happens. They don't actually know what they're reading. They're just looking for words that might be or might not be right. But that's probably about it. I don't want to go too further deep. We created a post and scheduled it out and saw what all the scheduler is able to do. And then we also created an ad and looked at some of the results, and we can see what the ad creation tool does. But I don't like to overwhelm, and I want to open it up. We've got 10-ish minutes, but I don't really mind if I run a little long. Do any of you guys have any questions or anything that you want me to look at a little bit further?
Yes. Okay. So I would love to request almost like a workshop on a Facebook, but a workshop in person, because I know I and probably others do better when we're actually in front of you with our laptops. You can literally bounce between me and Monica and Kimberly and go, okay, you click this. No, next person, you click this. And you just kind of lead us through holding hands a little bit.
Sure.
Because I really liked the first half that we talked about, but it went really fast. And I feel like once you armed me with the knowledge to set it up, then I could go in and use it on my own after.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to do that. I mean, you guys were there for some of my other classes that we did when it was like us with the table full and I was just walking around helping people. We can definitely do a workshop. And I like structuring it as a workshop instead of a class. That's a perfect way to do it. I will absolutely let Kim, Sarah, Mike, and Nate know that I'm going to set up a meta workshop, and I will come down and we can all sit in there and we'll literally workshop and get this all going for everybody.
Awesome. Like in June, like ASAP.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah, that sounds good. We're scheduling out June right now, so I'll do that for one of my ones.
Awesome.
So I will.
Or just like a workshop 101 to get started in social media, like a new agent. I don't know if you have workshops for when the rotations, and James, that sounds like, and welcome aboard, by the way. It sounds like that's what's happening is new agents are coming on board. And is there workshops in place immediately per month, per every 2 weeks? So when they do come on, they can jump on that 2-week workshop, social media 101.
Oh, we could probably do something like that with new agents and stuff, because if we were to do like a new agent workshop just in general might not be that bad. I could probably even structure it as like a technology workshop that's great and recommended for new agents, but is available for all agents to jump in. So it could be my chance to maybe sit down and do social media stuff, as well as some website stuff. And even like campaign, because I mean, we've got a whole lot of technology stuff going on. But you're right, we don't really offer too much with social media because it's already out there. So I think there's a lot of thoughts that most people either have it or they don't. And the people that do have it use it how they want to use it. But I've been finding, since I've been doing especially these type of classes, people really do want to learn more about social media and do want to utilize it more.
I say keep it social media workshop for new agents, because There are so many agents that are older that don't and didn't get involved in technology and don't know social media at all. I mean, I do. I chose not to do social media for a very long time, so I'm way behind the curve. But social media is good. I mean, technology to me, my husband's a technology guy. It's separate. Technology, social media is its own little animal.
It absolutely is. It's its own type of technology.
It is.
And
And you
that's
can
why-
apply. Yeah, and then
Go
I was gonna say that you can apply the Remax social
Mm-hmm.
media aspect like you did with those ads, maybe
Mhm.
like, 10, 20 great things to get started. Here's how you can get started on your social media. Here's things to post. Here's
Mhm.
things I would recommend. So it's more like a recommended workshop, 101, get started. And that way you can focus on sales, what you're supposed to do type thing.
Sure, definitely. I like it. I
That's
love
a
the
tool.
idea. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Because I mean, you're absolutely right. So at one point, I think I used to try to do like a digital marketing type of course, and like we would talk about Instagram, like and Photify and Facebook, and that's where we learned we're like each of these is its own monster. Like I can't, if I'm going to talk about Instagram, I'm only going to talk about Instagram because we can go over Instagram alone for an hour. Just like we only did 2 things in here, and we took an hour and went over literally 2 things in this entire Facebook Meta app. So they're just super broad, and you're absolutely right that they're their own beasts that deserve their own amount of time.
And I don't care too. And maybe just one other thought, and then I'll be quiet, let someone else speak. But two, the last thought I have is, for tutorial for new agents coming on board, for the package and whatever Remax offers, et cetera, maybe you can just record your tutorials or your workshops. And it's a social media 101, 102, 103. And it's the first 3 months to get started of Remax agent. And that way we take it upon ourselves to click on your workshop and learn from that. And you just record them. And that's in our library. Those kind of tools, I can tell you that if you're recruiting, those are things that are going to pop. We want tools, immediate one-on-one workshop tools that we can get to at any point in time in our lives and move on for sales.
Absolutely.
So I'll be quiet.
No, you're good. You're good. This is great. This is absolutely information that I want to hear and that I need to hear so that we can know where to go in the future with this type of stuff. And actually, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that I do record. So for example, we're recording this right now. This will go up on our YouTube channel. And we do actually have a lot of our classes and a lot of our previous teachings on our YouTube channel to watch. Monica, I believe you were at my Photify class that I did like like roughly 2 months ago. For example, it is on our YouTube channel. So that entire course that I did is up there. And you're able to watch it back at any point, and it is public and open for everybody to find and stuff like that. So if you guys aren't, I do recommend subscribing to our YouTube channel and kind of just seeing some of the stuff that pops up there sometimes. Sarah's courses go up there as well. I do make sure that all of my technology courses go up there so that we are able to give them to any of you guys anytime you should ask for it. Because that Photify class was really good. And I mean, we went over Photify for an hour and checked out how to create a post from it. We checked out like all the stuff that the Remax branding on it offered and all that type of stuff. So it is absolutely super helpful to go back and be able to look at that stuff. Thank you for all your input, Kimberly. Don't worry, you're not at all bugging or anything. This is literally perfect feedback and great to hear. And thank you for everything, Monica, as well.
Oh, absolutely. No, thank you, Alex. Perfect.
Yeah. Again, if anybody needs anything else, I think we're probably good. We're at the end. As usual, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or need any help or just anything, or even want to say hi.
Awesome. And I'm going to text you right now, and I'm going to ask you times that you're available. So I'm going to text you when we get off here.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, have a good day, everybody.
Take care.
Bye.